Hey, I'm Allison. I am the Veterans Fire Crew leader, and I'm here and I'm going to talk to you about the tools that you're going to utilize on your day-to-day work endeavors. This is a Mcleod. It has a flat side and then it has a side that looks kind of like a rake. These are called tines. This is good for pulling large amounts of dirt, and this is good for sifting and raking. It's a very helpful tool in just about everything pertaining to trail work. Okay, so this is a rock bar. Rock bars are very heavy. As you can see, this is called a bevel, and it gives you mechanical advantage in moving really heavy things such as rocks or logs. This is a spade shovel. It's got a pointed end, and it can be used for digging and also sifting, or not sifting, but scraping. It's got a couple of flat points right here, and those are utilized for your foot if you need a little bit of extra help getting it into the ground. 1 foot at a time needs to be on the ground when you're using it. So this is a cutter mattock. So on this side you have what is called the mattock, and then this is the cutter. This side is really helpful for cutting through roots that are a little bit heftier, and this side is really helpful for digging dirt. And you can even utilize it sometimes to move a little bit of dirt if you need to. This is a double jack, and it is utilized for smashing very large rocks into smaller rocks. It's a very fun tool to swing, but it is really important that you remain very safe about it and keep an eye on your surroundings. This is a pick mattock. So as you saw on the cutter, this also has a mattock side, and this is a pick. So this is really helpful for moving dirt and digging into dirt, and this side is really helpful for getting rocks that are in the ground out. It is not a prying tool. We don't use it for prying. It's more helpful to just knock them out and kind of get the ground sifted out a little bit. This is a rogue hoe. It's utilized for grubbing. So you can get grass out of the ground, you can dig a little bit of dirt, and it's got a smaller side and a larger side for if you need to do some more like close-up quality work on this side with dirt, and this side too. And it also can be utilized to move dirt back and forth if you need to. This is a Pulaski. So this side is called an adze, and it's helpful for digging and also grubbing. This side is an axe, and this is helpful for cutting through logs, and you don't ever want to send this side into the dirt. It's not a tool to cut firewood, but it is a tool to help with log outs on trails and also cutting small trees. This is the Hazel Hoe. It is also a grubbing tool. You'll notice that it just has a wide set head with a bevel on it. This is really good for just getting out grass as well. Same thing as the rogue hoe. These are loppers. A couple things to know about loppers is you don't ever want to send them into the dirt, and you don't ever want to twist them, and you don't want to cut anything larger than your thumb. It really damages the sharpened edge on these, so make sure that you're being really diligent in not sending them into the dirt. This is a handsaw. This is what you can use if what you're cutting with the loppers is larger than your thumb and you need a little bit of additional help. This only cuts in the pulling motion. It doesn't cut in the pushing motion. You can get a good view of what the teeth look like. This is a single jack, much smaller than the double jack. It is utilized for making rocks that are getting turned from like somewhat small rocks into smaller rocks. It is very helpful for creating crush in dry stone masonry, and also sometimes helpful for just chunking off some rock slivers to make a rock shaped differently and more helpful to you. This is a chisel. It is used in tandem with the single jack. So if you want to break off a chunk of rock, it's really helpful to kind of like utilize these two together and make a line, and then you can chunk it off a little bit. It's got a bevel on each side. And These are pruners, and these are really helpful for just clipping little tiny branches off of trees. Don't get generous with the size. I would say maybe something like smaller than your pinky is about what you should be cutting with these. All right, this is a rock net. You utilize this with the rock bars. You slide the rock bars in through these eyelets through here, or through these holes on the side. And with this, you can carry a rock that weighs a couple 100 pounds or more. And this tool is very helpful with a team, more so than just 1 or 2 people. So when you're using this, it really is good to encourage communication and work with the people around you to make sure no one gets hurt. This is a bucket. This is really helpful for carrying dirt, rocks, water if you need it. It's just a great thing to have around. So these are all tools that you'll be utilizing on probably a day-to-day basis. You'll get very familiar with them very quickly, but always remember to take really good care of them. Make sure they're sharp because they're much more helpful to you when they are, and make sure they don't get rusty. I hope you have a good season.